Hey, it's Jamila from Buy Pink, and I am going to show you today how to sew a face mask. I cut out the fabric with my Cricut Maker. There will be links to the pattern for the Cricut, the SVG, and also a link to get the PDF file. They are all already sized, so there's no resizing. There's 3 sizes. There's small, medium, and large. So let's get to sewing. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video, and hit the subscribe button. The very first thing you're going to do is cut out all your pieces. You're going to need 2 of each side, and that's because this is a reversible mask. I'm horrible about pinning when I sew, so that is why you see me just placing them together. But it's a pretty easy pattern, so it doesn't, I guess, require pinning. If you're a beginning sewer, I would definitely go ahead and pin your pieces together and pull your pins out as you go along the edge. You're going to leave a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance when you sew your pattern. You're going to sew around the front part of each mask first. Once you have the front of each mask sewn, go ahead and cut off your ends of your thread, the extra ends of your thread, and place the two, well, cut around the seam allowance close to the stitching, but without cutting through. And then cut off that extra bit of seam allowance without cutting into the stitching. Now place the 2 right sides together so we can sew the top and bottom edges. And I did place or pin those 2 seams together just to kind of keep it straight where I need it to be. Go ahead and just stitch along the top and bottom edges, making sure to do a quick back stitch so that the fabric doesn't come apart. Again, go ahead and cut down this, or cut off the ends of the thread and cut down your seam allowance. Next, you're going to flip your pattern or your mask right side out. Do this very carefully because you don't want to, I guess, break the stitching. Next, fold in the ends of your mask so that you don't have the frayed edges showing, and then bring it over to your easy press or iron. You want to iron your mask flat so that when it's all done, it's nice and crisp. I used a fabric that is a lot like the stuff that receiving blankets are made out of. I made these masks for the kids. Once you have it all ironed out, you're going to bring it back over to your machine to finish it up. And the only thing left is to add the elastic in the edges. You just put the ends of the elastic in and do a quick stitch to attach it. And some of the ones I did a zigzag stitch. Some of them I did a straight stitch, and both seem to work pretty well. Thanks for watching.